Hi BookTube, it's Gina. I got a comment on one of my last videos that I should do a video about my favorite vintage paperbacks. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I ran around my shelves and I just started kind of randomly grabbing a few books that I thought would be fun to share with you. Some of these you've probably seen because they've popped up in other videos because I own quite a few of them and I love them. But some of them I don't think I've shown to you before, so some of them will be new. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love vintage paperbacks. I think I probably enjoy them more in some cases than new paperbacks or new hardcovers. I'm thinking specifically of something like Georgette Heyer, who I've got some new books from or reissued books from, and then I've also got some vintage. And I love vintage paperbacks. I love vintage hardcovers too, but I love vintage paperbacks. I'm always on the hunt for them. Something about them I find so appealing. And they've got great covers. They're super easy to read. And so I thought I would share some of my favorites with you today. The first one, and the one that started this whole thing off, is this Northanger Abbey copy by Jane Austen. This I showed in my summer reading plans video because I was thinking about rereading it for Jane Austen July. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to do that at this point. I don't know. My reading's been kind of out of whack so far, but look at this beautiful Northanger Abbey edition. This was 50 cents originally. Isn't that adorable? No illustrations, but a beautiful front cover. Next, and you've probably seen these before because these are some of my favorite old vintage books. These are Star Treks. I know everybody's not a fan of Star Trek books. Last year was actually my first year reading a Star Trek book, and I just absolutely fell in love. Not last year, the year before last, for Book Trek 2021. But look at these. I love these old editions. This is Mud's Angels. And I love that cover. This is Planet of Judgment. And this is Mutiny on the Enterprise. I mean, these are hilarious because the drawings or the paintings or whatever they are of the crew are not, they're not really very good, but I just absolutely love these. Then I mentioned Georgette Heyer. So my favorite old Georgette Heyer are these old, I think they're pan books. This is Powder and Patch, a gay romance of the 18th century. And I love this old cover. This was, let's see, when was this published? This is so it was originally published 1923 by Mills and Boon. And I just love these. And then this is a sort of a newer, this is the Nonsuch. This is a newer edition than this other one, but it's still, I'm gonna still call it vintage. This was a Fawcett, and let's see, this is from 1962. Some great book covers in the 60s. And then I can't do a vintage book edition without showing you some of my favorite Agatha Christie's. I own a lot of Agatha Christie paperbacks, probably 50 or so. I counted them at one point for a video last year or the year before, and it was somewhere in the range of 50. And I have a million different, well, not a million, but a lot of different types, but these are some of my favorites. These are the old pocketbooks editions, and they're dark and interesting looking. This is Evil Under the Sun. So this is probably my favorite. I also love the little old, little smaller ones. I can't remember. I think those might be Pan also. But this is Crooked House. I just love these. Let's see what this one, Pocket. And look at this one, you guys. Oh my gosh. This has an ad in the center. You never find this in new books. 11 Murders by the Cream of Crime Writers, #1. There's Christie, Eberhardt, Christie, Gardner, but look at that. Isn't that fun? I love it when I find things like that in books. And then this one is By the Pricking of My Thumbs. And I love this dark cover with the big pink flower in the center. I think that is just so pretty. Oh, this is mine. This is an old, this is just a third place bookmark. I'm gonna take that out of there. So these are my favorite vintage Christies to collect. Wouldn't it be fun to have a whole set of these? But I have so many of hers that I'm trying not to buy too many more, just because I already own a lot. And then just some random old paperbacks. I've got this autobiography of Benjamin Franklin. This is a pocketbook edition, and it was originally 25 cents. Isn't that cute? Love it. I've had this for quite some time, and it's actually holding up pretty well. It's got the sprayed red-ish edges and just red end papers. I love these pocketbooks. And then I've got a Washington Square Press edition of the Dialogues of Plato. Isn't that a cool cover? I've got this Dell. These are this is the other Agatha Christie's that I like. They're a little bit shorter and than the regular ones. And I've got a few of these by Agatha. This is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. This was originally 60 cents. And this is Adele paperback. And I just love these. This has got the green sprayed edges and just so pretty. This has an inscription in the front cover that says, "To Bryce on your birthday, 2006. With love, Ingrid." So somebody got a nice present, but they didn't keep it, but that's okay because it came to me. And then I've got a lot of these old Jane Eyres. I've got a lot of the Jane Austens. This is a Campus Classic Scholastic Book Services edition. This is an old edition of Jane Eyre. I love that cover. I think it's so pretty. And then lastly, and my favorites are these old Harlequins. I love these. So this is the only one in this Harlequin Classic Library that I own. This is Young Bar by Jane Fraser, which is a pseudonym for my beloved Rosamund Pilcher. So I'm trying to find all of the books that she wrote under the Jane Fraser pseudonym, and I own Young Bar and A Day Like Spring. This is the only one I have in this Harlequin edition. This is number 135, which I absolutely love. Let's see, this was published in 1983. This is from 83. So I'm always on the lookout for these Jane Fraser ones. And then these old Harlequins, do you guys remember, you can't really see it up here, but I did a haul because at Half Price Books I found Actually, my friend Gina, when she was here shopping, found a huge stack of these old vintage Harlequin romances. And I love these. I have a big stack of these. This is High Master of Clear by Jane Arbor. This is not Rosamund Pilcher, but they still have beautiful sprayed edges. And this was 45 cents. When was this one published? This one was 1968. So hence my affection for these 1960s book covers. And then to win a Paradise. But I have a lot of these ones that I am working my way through reading. I just think they're gorgeous. There's part of the stack. I've got the whole stack posted on Instagram. But I love these. So that's some of my favorite vintage paperbacks. I hope you enjoyed seeing them, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.